This is Olayinju Ajibola again. Um, the piloter for applicable tech skills. From our previous episode, we discussed what WordPress is. So we're gonna be moving to the next thing in line, which is the installation of WordPress. But before we install WordPress, there are things for us to do. We need to understand one or two terminologies. We need to know one or two things. So I'm just going to explain this as a novice or to a novice or as simple as possible so that a novice can understand. Or a novice, what I mean by a novice is a beginner. So now, WordPress is built with a language called PHP. You understand, and some other front-end framework. But that's not our concern right now. Why am I telling us what WordPress is built with? I'm telling us what WordPress is built with because um, we are going to need something they call a server. A server. PHP is a server-side language, so you're going to need a server to actually run. So we are going to be needing a server to run the, you know, those sites you see online are being run on a server also. So we need a server actually to run what we have now. So now, one of the servers out there is Laragon. I'll be talking about Laragon here. I'll be using Laragon here. We have other ones. We have WAMP. We have MAMP. We have um, USB server. We have a whole lot of them. Excuse me, please. So we have a whole lot of them. But after doing my own research, I realized that okay, Laragon is more compact. It's compact, and as much as it is compact, it is also lightweighted. You understand, at least to an extent. Because if you have to download XAMPP, WAMP, MAMP, any of these stuffs, it's either they are too FT or like too large to download, or they are not they don't have enough as Laragon has. So that's why we have Laragon here. So I'm just going to take us through how we can use that. You can see a comment saying, I'm not trying to promote Laragon here. I'm just saying that okay, this is what we are going to be using in this training, in this episode, in this series. So you can see it's most powerful and whatever, that's their problem. So if for you to download it, you can just click on download, then it's going to go to where to download that, you understand. So you can see, you can just make sure you download the full version. You get that. You can download the light version also, but you won't be having all this there, and it's kind of a cheap, yeah, it's kind of simpler. You can also download this portable also. It will work 18 MB, but our advice is to just download the full version. Why are we going to download the full version? Because the full version has PHP 7.2. um, PHP started from, versioning. Right now it's on PHP 7.x. So I don't know, like I think there is 7.4 or 5. I can't really say at the time of making this video. I didn't research to know the exact, but I know it is a 7 point something. You get, so 7.2 is not something far from 7 also. You understand? 7.2 is not something far from 7.4 or 5 or 6 or whatever the version it is right now. So just click on that. When you click on that, it's going to start downloading. But I'm not going to download it here because I have it already on the system. So just make sure that is has been downloaded, and when it's downloaded, try to install it. Of course, I know I'm assuming we all know how to install software here, so I don't need to take us through that again. Of course, if you do not know how to install any software, you should not be here. Shouldn't be here. So um, having said that, having said that, just click on that download. Then I'm just going to go to my taskbar to look for Laragon here so that we can launch that. So we should have something like that, like an elephant. I don't know why they have an elephant as the icon. Well, I don't really care. So because that is not what we actually want to learn right now. So I'm clicking on that. It's going to open something like that. You can see I have Laragon that says 4.0. Well, that's that. Then my PHP version is 7.1, as you can see. I have a 7.1.20 PHP, and I think the latest are 7.2. You understand? So that's why I mean always make sure you download the latest one. So as you have seen there, I'm going to be starting all the services. So it will start up Apache and start up MySQL for me. You understand? But I'm going to do something here that is none of your. You don't need to do that on your own because by default it's going to be 80. But since I'm using more than one server on my system, so that's why I have to change it one to 81 and the other to 80. So right now I'm changing it back to 80 because the other one, which is the WAMP, is not on. That is why I didn't bother to change it at all. So yeah, that is why I'm changing it now back to 80. You understand? So why are we doing that right now? Uh, so that we can you can see that it's I have to restart everything now and it has reloaded. Now we have our 80. So now I'm going to do something very strange to beginners. There is since we are on a local server, right? Since we're a local server, we can access the local server on something they call localhost. So when you just enter the browser, type localhost together, and you're going to get the default page for that server. You understand? So if you can type in localhost, you can type in 127.0.0.1 and you will still get the same thing, but we are going to be sticking with localhost right now. Okay, fine. Having said that, now let's go to our Laragon. We have some buttons here to see. You can see it says web, or that's the start page. It will also bring us back to the local host, as you can see. Then so here now we have the database. The database is something we are going to talk about in some few seconds now. The database is where everything you edit on WordPress saves. So everything you do on WordPress saves on the database. You know, when something is database driven, it means it stores information. So it does not matter what kind of information you put on it, but it will store it. Then it can be recalled over and over and over and over and over and over again. You understand? So unlike that. So here I'm going to be skipping the terminal because we don't really need it now. You don't even really need you don't need it. So I'm not going to be talking about that. It's for kind of an advanced thing. So I'll be going back to database management later, sooner or later. So now we have one that says root. So this root contains where you save your files. That's where you save your files. So that's where all those files are. You can see this one that has index.php. That's what is displaying this Laragon thing to us. You understand? So now, having said that, I'm just going to take us now to when you click on your when you check your taskbar, there are some things you're going to be seeing. This is Laragon's icon. So when you right click that, you're going to see a lot of options here also. But for us to be able to install WordPress directly, like I said, instead of downloading it from the WordPress.org page, huh, I'm going to be showing us two ways of installing it offline now. So one is using the Laragon, which we are using for this tutorial or for this series. So clicking on Quick App, you're going to click on WordPress. So when you click on WordPress, it will download the WordPress for you. But first, it will request you to enter your project name. So I'm going to write demo. You understand? Then click on OK. So it will go on and download the WordPress for us. Apart from that, you can see something that says created database demo. So it's going to do the whole lot of things for us. I actually chose that's why I chose Laragon. So because it's actually do a lot of automation for you. But in case you get stuck somewhere, I'm going to show you how we can do it easily without using this quick app method. So, but I'm going to wait for a while for this download to get completed first. Then we move forward from there. So just to show you one more thing here, you can see that downloading from wordpress.org/latest.tar.gz. .tar.gz is a kind of a zip extension. So it's a kind of a zip extension. Then the zip extension would be extracted. So when the time comes, so when it's done downloading, you can see the next thing is the extraction, then the generated pretty URL. Well, we're going to wait for that to complete. Then we're going to move ahead. So you can see the demo has been created. The demo has been created, and something is popping. Just allow it. So now you have your URL as demo.test. So let's just try to check that out, and let's see what we have here. You can see that it led us directly to something. So this is the WordPress installation. You understand? This is the WordPress installation. So having done that, the other screen that we just saw will vanish. You can see that it completed the download, it extracted it, then it waited a bit, shows us that okay, it has completed the creation of the project. Then let's just before we proceed, let's just see what it has done, so that you understand. So let's go back to root. You can see that it created a folder for us that says demo. It extracted those files for us, which are the things we actually need. And when we click on visit site, then it opened this page for us. Of course, we're going to be using English, which is the United States English. I think these guys are from United States. So here now, we are just going to use the word demo also. Then we use the word let's use admin. Try as much as possible to use something different. So here I'm gonna be using 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 0. Well, I don't care if it's weak right now because it is on my own system. It is not on any other system. You understand? So I don't really care. Confirm the use of the weak password instant. Then my email, you can say admin at localhost. Yeah, localhost or something admin at demo test. Yeah, demo.test. I think that's the URL that we have there. So just install. You can see this one says search engine visibility. So this discourage search engine from indexing your site. You won't want that to happen, right? You want your site to be seen by search engine. So just click on install. then you wait for the magic to happen. Fine, we are good. Who cares about what Google Chrome says here? So now we can log in successfully into WordPress. So if we use our admin and the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, then let's check it out. Okay, fine, it's correct. So remember me, it's on a demo page. Sorry, it's on a local server, so we have that. So this is what you have here on your dashboard. You understand? This is what we have on your dashboard. Here it's saying something, 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 something. I don't know why it's saying that. But let's see the version of PHP we are running. We are running 7.1. You can see it is detecting that the version of PHP you are running is even low. Why? Because I've downloaded the Laragon for a long time. Like it has been on my system for a while now, and I didn't update it. I didn't do anything. So what I have is just the one I've been using. I think a year or 2 years ago. That's what I have on here. So then that's why it's having 7.1 PHP version. So like I said, I think we can just check it out. Latest PHP version. So we know the one that is the latest out there. Oh, fine. We have 7.4.8. You can see that. So, well, that's that. That's that. So now, having shown you how to install WordPress and how to log in, I'm going to go to this other part, which I said is going to be a kind of a manual process. You understand? So the manual process will involve downloading. Um, so right now, let me just recap that. I'm going to close this page so that we can start again, but with the manual process. The first process I used was the automatic process with Laragon, which it will just involve you to, of course, have internet connection. It will download the WordPress, then it will extract it by itself, then it will create a domain for you by itself. Also, you can see demo.test. Then you can use the demo.test henceforth to be able to do other things. You understand? So now I'm just going to close this out. Then go back to our Laragon here. We're going to go to the routes actually. Routes. So we are here. Fine. So in this folder, we are going to be creating a new folder also, and the new folder will be demo manual. So the demo manual now is empty, right? Fine. So we are going to go to WordPress.org to download our latest version of with WordPress. So we click on Get WordPress, then we click on Get. You can either click on both of them. It does not matter because we can still use the WinRAR to unzip them. So I think I'm going to click on this. It's always very small. So you can see that we have 12.4 here. It's the same. It's almost the same as what we have with the one the Laragon downloaded. So you're going to allow it to download like that. Then I'm going to leave it here, so it's going to download for a while like that. Then now we have downloaded this now. So we're going to check where it is, then copy it out from there. Then I've copied it out from there. Gonna go to the root of here. Then inside the demo manual, we are gonna paste what we just downloaded. So now we have that. In episode 1 of this series, I talked about WinRAR, the archive extractor. So You're going to be needing that right now. So I'm just going to extract that. You can see extract WordPress 5.5. So it's saying that we should extract inside that folder, WordPress 5.5. So you have that. So we don't need this again. I'm just going to leave it there, but you don't need it. You can delete it. But it's always good to have it around in case you have issues with the installation. So you have this. Then you can see it's inside another WordPress folder. But I'm just going to copy everything here. I'm going to cut it out. Go back. So inside the demo manual itself, that is where I'm going to paste what I just copied. So I'm deleting this folder here because there's nothing inside anymore. So that's what I have now. So now I have my site here. Sorry, yeah, I have my site here. There's one more thing that is needed to be done. You realize that when we use the Quick app, we the Laragon helped us to create the database. But now in this case, we will be creating the database manually. You understand? Like I said, manual WordPress is a database driven system, CMS. So, but every says CMS is database driven. So, it is important for us to create database, or else WordPress will work. So, just click on database here. Um, Sometimes you might some. I think Laragon uses Shield or Hild or what's it called? Let me check the name again. Yeah, they use HildSQL, I think. HildSQL, that's what they use. So, well, that's their way of, that's their own way. So this is what we actually need. So, you're opening that Laragon. Again, the Laragon is housing every other um, databases there. So, we have information schema, we have demo. So, this is the demo. This is the one we, um, we created automatically with the Laragon Quick app. So, you'll be creating a new database now. You can see create new. Just right click on this white space here and create new database. So you'll be having like I said, demo manual here. So you can see this is the SQL line for creating database in MySQL. So then click on OK and you are good to go. You can see our database here. You can see there's something you didn't notice while we were doing creating the database. You should no, you should I'm going to close this. So I'm going to click on database again so that I can show you what you didn't notice. Now look at this. This is host IP, localhost. You don't tamper with that. Then user is always root and password. Of course, since you're on the local host, except you set your own password, except you set it, it's always empty. You understand? And our advice us to always leave it empty that way. Then we click on open. Then we can now we can still see our demo manual there. So I'm just going to go back to the root now. So having created the database as we've done, so how do we now assess? How do we assess the manual website? Well, you can do that in two ways. I'm going to try something now. I don't know if it's going to work because we didn't use the demo part. So I don't know if it's going to work. So sorry, we didn't use the quick app. So I don't know if it's going to work. I'm just trying to test it out. And if it does work, fine. You can see that it didn't work because we didn't allow Laragon to configure the virtual host. We didn't allow Laragon to configure the domain for us. So we are going to be accessing that site using the localhost area. Then, so for us to access the site now, you have localhost slash demo underscore manual. Then it will take us to where the site is now. You can see it's going to be giving us, you can see it's loading. So it's going to be giving us the same, almost the same thing as we've seen on, you can see now. So check out the URL. You can see that there's a difference between this and this. So which would you prefer? Is it this or this? You're going to prefer this, right? So that's it. So I'm going to install this also so that you can see that we have the same thing too. But one thing that we don't know is that you can see that we didn't encounter this page while we were doing the automatic. So I'm going to click on let's go. So we are now going to enter the database name manually. Demo underscore manual. Then the username is the root. Then the password is empty, and we leave the rest that way. Then click on submit. You can see run installation. So when it's complete, you can see that now we are not getting to the same area we've gotten to while we were doing the automatic also. So manual. Then this one is admin. Then the password is 123456789. Then I'm agreeing to that. Then the admin at localhost. You can put anything here. You can put your original email there. It does not matter. It won't check it. So install. Oh, it's saying we should good input to a good email. Well, I'm gonna just add .com there. Like I really care about that. So here now 123456789. Then .com. Then we have an install WordPress now. So then we can you can see that we have the same thing as we've done. You can just take a deep breath, pause the video and go back to the automatic so that you can compare. So log in now. So we can log in now with admin 123456789 to the WordPress dashboard. So you can see that we have the same dashboard as the automatic. So nothing has changed. So I just showed you these ways that you can realize that there are things, there are other ways to do it in case the automatic didn't work for you. So nothing has spoiled actually, because you can only access your site at local. I'm just going to remove this part, this URL part, then click on that. So you can see that we have the same thing as the demo.test and the same thing as the localhost demo manual. The only difference is that this one has demo, this one has, but they are two different sites. So I'm just going to close the manual one. So we'll be dealing with the automatic version. So this is the way our site looks right now. We are going to make it pretty later as we go on. So just stay tuned, keep in touch. Kindly subscribe to our channel to encourage us to make more of these videos. If you like our video, comment, click a thumbs up, and God bless.